Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome in source codes. Welcome in spirit. Welcome in the nature spirits, the elementals, earth, air, wind, fire, water. We are cranking with creativity. That was a new one. Cranking with creativity. Holy hell in a handbasket. Been doing some activation videos, intertwined with human words and light language, super conscious, cosmic conversation, keeping it real, raw, messy, authentic. I think I need to take a grounding sacred bath. It is 18 degrees outside, but it feels like 10. It is March 1st. Welcome in, or welcome back to this fun multi-card pull for March 1st for the beautiful souls, the beautiful collective that are receiving this in divine timing with the signs, the synchronicities, the key codes, the frequencies, the energy, the flavor, the color, the essence, whatever. You're receiving exactly what you're meant to receive today. So welcome. Cheers. I just finished a big old cup of coffee. Not that I probably needed it. Yeah, all liquids right now this morning. I don't purposely fast. I just intuitively nourish my body. And that's where we need to move to. And I can say this because I have a long history in health and wellness. Coaching, holistic coaching background, very toxic. We need to move towards a more intuitive way of nourishing our bodies and in more of an intuitive way of moving our bodies. We are stepping back into that versus, paying our attention to this toxic. It served a purpose, but removing ourselves from these toxic fitness things. Information. Stop trying to do the diet. Stop trying to do the specific program or workout. We need to remove ourselves, fall back into self, and start listening to our intuition, listening to our physical avatar. When your avatar needs to be nourished, what it needs to be nourished with, if you need to remove things, add things, and move your body. Whether that's walking more yoga, more strength training, less strength training, 2 on the timer, combination. So you'll know this message is for you because you're seeing the 2s, you're seeing the 1s. Yesterday, 10-10 was the completion. So February to February 28th. All right, 28 broke down to 10. So I was seeing all the 10-10s, the completion, the cycles. We went through a lot in February, so we're now, you have been integrating, you've been receiving it, integrating and embodying it. And if you haven't checked out some of those videos on those, check that out. All right, we're 3 minutes in and we haven't pulled some cards yet, but everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. We are in this eclipse window portal from the triple activation portal on the 17th. I mean, you received you started receiving stuff since the 1st of February, and then everything that's unfolded since then. So we're gonna just pull a couple of messages from the Moonology deck, and we'll move on because I've been having fun pulling multi-cards. So some of this message might be for you. All of it might be for you. There might be some nuggets in here, some treasures, some key codes, some clues, some confirmations, some messages from your highest, from source, from your spiritual team. Always know that you're receiving these for your highest and best good through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, divine wisdom, and divine knowledge. Oh, and divine remembrance. Do you remember who you are? I'm here to remind you. I'm here to remind you through frequency, through energy, all right? Through essence, through flavor, through color. And yes, maybe through some human words, all right? But frequency and energy, that is your first language. Always. All right. What do we have? Be proud of yourself. So this is a reminder to continue to be proud of yourself. This message is for me as well because it's continue to be proud of how far you've come. All right, last quarter moon in Taurus. All right, so be so very, very proud of yourself. I just remembered. I think the moon is in Virgo tomorrow, or on the 3rd. When we move into this full moon in this lunar eclipse, it'll move into Virgo. So be humble, be proud of yourself. All right. These are just your reminders. And you have a situation you may need to assess. Maybe that's an internal situation you need to assess. Maybe that's a spiritual thing you need to assess. Or maybe, you know, that's somebody in your own personal collective. You need to assess the situation. So this is just a reminder to forgive. It is your time to forgive. Choose to forgive. Don't force forgiveness. Choose to forgive and move on. Ho'oponopono. All right. There's many ways you can use this, many ways you can break it down. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Thank you, and I love you. And send it on the way. I release you. I release me from this contract. Okay? All right. And it's time to step into your power. So I had this card, Step Into Your Power card, has come up. It's in a few decks, but again, it is time for us to step into our power. Okay? And that's going to look different for everyone. So it's time to step into your power. So look at the beautiful art. Okay, look at, again, because the art and the geometry in the sacred symbolism is going to be activating as well, okay? All right, so those are your moon messages, because I like to use these really around the moon, the full moon and the new moon. We're going to pull a couple of oracle cards here. 16 on the timer. So hopefully everyone's doing well. If you haven't checked it out, I have been just cranking out creativity. I've been cranking out creativity. It keeps coming through. Really hoping the sun will come out a little more. I can go sit outside, but and bundle up and just at least get some sunshine on my face. But this is always fascinating because it's really like cloudy out, honestly. All right, so what do we have for this oracle, the Tree of Life card? All right, we're just going to shuffle, see what few cards. We'll just take a few cards from each deck. Spirit, please and thank you. Just having some fun here, playing, creating, co-creating. Maybe go rewatch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Watch that. See what information you get from that. The wardrobe was a portal into another world. The world was being ruled by the dark. The world had been in winter for 100 years, being ruled by the Snow Queen. She wasn't a queen, she was a witch, a dark witch that practiced dark magic. Check it out, see what you get out of it. Okay? All right, we'll do one more, please, with these grace, peace, and love. Ooh, the moon came out in the element of water, which is, ooh, foundations, birth cycles, earth element. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have the Pillar of Mercy, grace, peace, and love. So remember, have all of the grace, love, and peace for yourself is what's coming through today, okay? Number 21 is going to be significant. You're probably seeing 21 and 17 as another confirmation. All right, so grace, peace, and love for you, okay? And by you doing that, then you're able to have more grace, peace, and love with those and everything around you, okay? The moon energy is here. Pisces, you're going to be seeing the Pisces signs. There's a ladybug here, which is a sign of good luck. I definitely know something's going to happen with this moon. Like, I'm very connected to the elements, the earth, the moon cycles, the planets, as you are all as well. I'm not any different than you, because I am you, you are me. But the more tapped I am in and the more aware I've become during this healing process and this awakening process, I am able to ebb and flow with this a lot. Whooshing it though with more ease and grace. 29 is significant, which breaks down to 11. And then if you want to break it down too. So the path of the moon, there is evolution here. Simplicity and the animal kingdom. So there's a greyhound and a wolf as well. And again, it's that beautiful moon energy, okay? Very Pisces, you could be a Pisces, don't have to be very connected to the water, which is just came out, the element of water, intuition, emotion, and love. So again, this reminds me to continue to tap into your intuition, listen to your intuition. What you know is real. What you feel is real. What you see is real. What you hear is real. And I'm like, see and see, okay? So the element of water. So mermaids are significant. A lot of mermaid energy here. Lumerian energy is what's coming through. A lot of the water beings. Okay, the element of water. All right. Then we go right to the earth element, practical, grounded, and determined. So this is perfect. These two are together. So it's that intuition, that higher spiritual knowing of self, but now grounded in embodying here into the physical reality. So these are perfect together. So that's what I'm getting. It's like grounding the higher self with the lower self, and then bridging it within the heart. So you're going to see fairies. Faye came in the video yesterday. You're going to see stags, gnomes, elves. You probably, like me, are very connected to all of the elementals in some way, shape, or form. Butterflies are significant, but gnomes and fairies, they're waking up, and some of us are going to be definitely seeing them and experiencing them in our own way that we connect with them. And more than likely, you were probably a gnome or a fairy in a past life. You experience a lifetime as one of those, especially if you're deeply connected to the elementals, to Gaia herself, okay? All right, and so that's grounded, practical, and very determined. And in this all, you've been building a foundation, a solid foundation during these death and rebirth cycles, because you have probably been through. And again, intuition is coming up, listening to your intuition. We've got moon energy, we have black dogs. We have a black wolf and a white wolf. So the black wolf is showing up here. The white wolf showed up on the moon card. We are showing the moon, this divine feminine and masculine. All right, there's a key here. All right, the number 9 is significant. So foundation, and they want me to read this card. Okay, they want me to read this card, Binu. Binu is understanding, silence, awareness, and divine feminine. All right, so we're going to read the foundation card here, number 9. Let me get the old handy dandy glasses. Ooh, the sun, source, sun, central sun, grand central sun. Been doing a lot of meditations between the portals. There was a very guided that came up in my feed from 7 years ago, that are deeply very high frequency guided meditations and activations connecting to the sun, the central sun, and the grand central sun. Number 9, where are we at here? Yes, Hood. There we go. So this oracle card, the number 9 on the tree of life stands at the threshold of life and death. Okay, so death and rebirth, okay? A place that gives birth to new ideas and new life, but also welcomes back those whose earthly journeys are over. This is the first Sephira, Sephira, beyond the physical plane. It's closest to the earth, and the one through which all must pass. It is part of the machinery of the internal and external universe. The planet is the moon. Never surprises me when some things come out and I'm guided to read specific. All right, so the features of this card, it's a story of enchantment as the moon moves through a cyclical journey, dwelling in the land of the subconscious. The guidance with this card is the cycles of life are measurable through astrology, and none more so than the cycles of the moon. You observe her moving through the full moon cycle every month, which is coming up in a couple of days, okay? And she is often cited as affecting emotions, especially in her full phase. So if you've been experiencing emotion, let it flow, okay? Are you dreaming your way through something? Are you keeping an idea on hold until you feel like it's the right time? Are you delaying because you're too comfortable with the way things are? Perhaps you're moving from one age to another, from your first Saturn return to your second or third. What patterns and habits do you need to break? You're being presented with some questions here. I would maybe re-listen to this particular part of the video, write it down and journal if you feel called to a particular question, okay? What is no longer acceptable to you? And where is your subconscious pattern providing illusions born of old stories you continue to tell yourself? All right, you may be increasingly aware of your psychic and mediumship energy now, especially around the moon. I'm like buzzing off the chart right now, and the skies are turning blue. Thank you, Source. All right. All right, you may be, oh, Shinatiria. How can you be more mindful of this? Okay, how do you activate this card? Is you honor your past, but see the lessons and be honest about your part in it. Know that no other being or energy made it that way. Work with the moon cycles. See how she affects you from your sleep to your moon. And I'm telling you, I think I've mentioned this in this video somewhere. The more you become aware and work with these cycles, the more ease and flow you can work with it. And there's a lot of grace and love there, okay? If you work with astrology, use her cycles to reveal different ways of being. All right? So, I guess we're leaving it there. All right, the team wants me to leave it there. We'll do another video on, we'll pull some other cards. So, again, I hope you received what you didn't know you need to receive today. Maybe you did. Signs, synchronicities, confirmations for March 1st. So these are your messages, and I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.